What's up? It's Guru Jojo here to give the new moon in Sagittarius tarot forecast. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I always bring my tarot cards pretty much if I go on. I mean, I carry tarot cards in my purse anyway, but I got my tarot cards and I'm going to provide the forecast pretty much for this new moon because it is in Sag, and Sag is it's a great time to be optimistic and see, what did they say, see the horizon or whatever, something like that. But it's like you could see great things coming in, like finally these big goals and these big wishes, these big dreams that we have are finally coming into a more concrete state. So that's what I love about Sagittarius energy. It allows you to kind of get over any shortcomings and kind of feel like a sense of, a sense of encouragement towards the future. Like there's other things ahead of us that we can move towards. And I'm like, yo, I gotta do a tarot forecast for that energy. It's Sagittarius. A lot of times Sagittarius people, or just the energy in general, can seem quite humorous. It may be difficult for them to take things seriously or whatever it be, because it's an energy that kind of looks past the difficulties and tries to make it a joke. So it can come across kind of like it's making fun of people, but it's in a way where it's acceptable because it's funny and it's like, it's lighthearted. It's not so heavy, so it doesn't do as much damage. The only thing is that sometimes it can break out of reality because it can be so exaggerated, but and extravagant. But it gives us the motivation to take on new things. It gives us the motivation to proceed with expanding our minds and just wanting to experience new things. What up, sis? How you doing? Yo, sis, it took me forever to do this just because, like, I want to get a good thumbnail picture. And I just said, forget it, yo, I'm done. Like, so I just fixed the thumbnail picture after. But yeah, Sagittarius is a good vibe. It really just is the energy of feeling confidence. And I feel like it has a lot to do with transmutation also. She said, hush. I'm a hush. But yeah, I know. I don't know why. It's like the littlest things could just really discourage me from doing things that I want to do, because I have that Virgo energy in my chart. I'm a Virgo rising. I have my sun partially in the 6th house. It's cusping, almost getting into the 7th house, but the 6th house is naturally ruled by Virgo too. So I am my ascendant's in Virgo, and I have the sun in the 6th house, which rules Virgo. So I'm like nitpicky on the stupidest things could prevent me from doing something that I want to do. It sucks. Like I have no Sag in my chart whatsoever. But since Jupiter has been into Sag, I've been tuning more into these vibrations, which this is what has given me the power to do certain things that I've been doing for the past year, or else I wouldn't be doing a lot of this shit, because I really don't like a lot of things. I'm very self-conscious. I'm constantly worried about things. But this Sagittarius transit has helped me to overcome a lot of my issues. I mean, they're still there, but it's just that it allows me to sort of overlook some things and just be like, you know what, to hell with it. That's like this energy of Sagittarius, to hell with it. Like, we gonna just do it. Like, we ain't gotta worry about all those details. Let's just do our thing, and expand and grow and learn and take on these new horizons and whatnot. So that's what this new moon is in. And that's kind of the vibration that we should be feeling, but we shouldn't be kind of overindulging in it to the point where we don't consider things at all. This is now when people just start getting like way ahead of them, not way ahead of themselves, but when they just start letting go of themselves. That's why Sagittarius energy could make us more sloppy, or perhaps like some people, if they have like Jupiter ruling I wouldn't say ruling their first house, but if they have Jupiter in their first house, they can be a little more heavy set, because they just be like, you see food, you like, to hell with it, I'm gonna just eat it. Like, it doesn't really consider the details like Virgo. It squares Virgo energy. So yeah, from what I understand, this new moon's gonna be in 4 degrees. I didn't look to see if there's any aspects, but just based off of channeled messages, what I feel is that it's time to now, like, pretty much bring into reality, like, these things that we want to do, these dreams that we have, especially as it relates to our belief systems, for like our philosophies, um, even things like spirit guides, connecting with teachers that are connected with these spirit guides, or just connecting with a new education system, a new field of study. All that stuff is connected to Sagittarius energy. And right now, we're trying to find something that's more stable in these energies. Like, okay, who's someone I can depend on that's also still quite open to experiment, open to learn new things, who's not too, like, who doesn't have a stick too far up their ass? Like, who's someone who I can actually depend on to teach me things because they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, but they're not like too, too like stubborn. But I could still depend on them. They're still pretty stable. This is like the energies we're looking for in multiple arenas, pretty much. So that's all I'm going to say as far as the channel message goes. I'm going to go in order today. Let me see something. Let me see if I can drop this down a little bit. Let me see if I can drop down the camera a little bit. All right, let me stop. So I'm going to start with Aries. I think y'all can see the cards a little bit. All right, so you can apply this to your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. So yeah, I'm in a different location. I'm at my brother's place in Boca Raton, Florida. So make sure I got the cards. So pretty much, with that being said, the scenery is a little bit different. I got you. I got those divine messages. Yes, I do. I always think of Sagittarius as like the hype man too. You like performing on stage, you singing, the person in the back like, yeah, let's go now. Hit it. Woo. Let me hear the crowd get louder. That's Sagittarius. They always gotta hype things up, They're the person doing the ad libs in the background and stuff. All right, Aries, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. Spirit, please provide me those divine messages that the zodiac sign of Aries, sun, moon, and rising sign needs to receive for this new moon forecast. All right, first card here, 10 of Cups. So you're feeling quite confident at this time about something that you want to assert yourself in with the King of Wands that was received. And then you also received this 7 of Cups here. So there's a very dreamy vibe to you. So a lot of, for astrology people, a lot of Neptune and Pisces energies kind of interacting with your energy at this time. So you could be very much connected to, goddamn, we can't even see the goddamn cards. So pretty much you could just be connecting more so with, your soul group, your soul family. Okay, you're dreaming about these ideals, these high ideals that you have for yourself and for your family, and you want to assert these new passions. Okay, you could also be quite assertive in your ideals in general at this time. You could have somebody returning that you might have had interest in, physical interest more so. With the 7 of Cups here, then, you're not sure where you stand with this individual. It looks like you're kind of confused as to what your opportunities are with this individual at this time. You also receive this Judgment card, which means that, again, this is somebody who's returning for a second chance, it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this reading. I don't have the angel cards with me, so I apologize about that, but I am going to do just like an extra clarification on all of them. So we got the Knight of Swords here. So you could be quite defensive about this, and you could be, I just realized since you said Fat Man Scoop, that's exactly, he must have some Sagittarius somewhere. Knight of Swords here, you could be quite defensive in your communication too. Maybe this person is an air sign individual that you're interested in. They could be an Aquarius, they could be a Libra or a Gemini individual. This could be somebody that you're interested in that could be returning, or you want a second chance from this person, or vice versa. You dream of having a family with this person, but you're just unsure of your opportunities with this individual. This could also be happening on the other side. This could be how somebody feels about you, perhaps. I'm not really sure who is who. It does look like you're the fire sign individual, obviously Aries, Leo, or Sag, and you're interested in an air sign, but it could go the other way around. It can also be a water sign individual with this cups here, and you also receive the cups here, 10 of cups and 7 of cups. You want a second chance with this person is what I'm seeing, or you could be reevaluating the relationship, all right? Dynamics. In general, it looks like you're reevaluating your relationship with others at this time. That's what I'm pretty much seeing for Aries. Sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. So now I'm going to go ahead and proceed on to Leo, all right? So this is Leo, sun, moon, and rising sign. All right, this is the Sagittarius new moon tarot forecast. All right, Leo. What are these divine messages that the zodiac sign of Leo shall receive at this time? Spirit, please provide me those messages. Okay, so the first card here, it's the Lover's card. So Leos are concerned about relationships at this time, and perhaps making commitments in these relationships or business partnerships is what I'm seeing. Yeah, we're doing Leo. All right, so we got the 6 of Cups here as well. So with the 6 of Cups, you could also be, this is definitely involving love with the Lover's card and the 6 of Cups. I'm seeing that a lot of Leos are in a relationship that has to do with an age difference. So there could be just like a little bit of an age difference. Maybe you two are 6 years apart or so. King of Wands. So you're trying to take leadership in this relationship. The person you could be involved with could be a fire sign or a water sign individual, either Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or Aries, Leo, or Sag. In addition to this, you're trying to make a decision in this relationship. Somebody wants to commit is what I'm seeing. Somebody wants to commit. So a lot of the fire signs are focused on relationships, it looks like, because Aries looks like they were too, whether it be romantic or just regular interpersonal relationships. The Emperor card was received here. So with the Emperor being here, it looks like, again, you're trying to take charge and leadership in these relationships. And that's why, too, I'm kind of seeing there's an age difference, because, this helps you to maintain that sense of control in your relationships that you like to have. And you could be trying to gain back control in your relationships is what I'm seeing as well. So whether this be partnerships, because a lot of Leos are dealing with partnerships and being like the manager of a partnership. And then other Leos are trying to make sure that they're taking the leadership role in their relationships. They could be interested in a person who's younger than them. They could also have two different options where they're interested in somebody who's older than them and someone who's younger than them. And now they're trying to come to a decision that they want to make. Others are in relationships where children are involved. So perhaps your partner has children or you yourself have children. So that's what I'm seeing for Leo. Now I'm going to be doing Sagittarius. Oh, did I clarify? I clarified for Aries, right? It's only fair. Let me do one clarifier as well, because I don't have my angel oracle card. So, but it looks like it's straight up relationships. Like, I hate to be so specific because I like it to at least be able to resonate with someone, with anyone who watches. But this looks like it's real specific on relationships. Justice card. So yeah, it looks like in these relationships, you're trying to balance out the roles. Somebody's a leader and then somebody's more dominant. On the other hand, there's some sort of justice that needs to be made in these partnerships. Maybe it's regarding the money, or something to do with the structure of the paperwork, or who has what role in this partnership, this business partnership. Others, it's something to do with kids. So some Leos may be dealing with that. Okay. All right. And what I mean by the kids thing, I'm just saying, like, maybe somebody has kids, and they have to figure out who's paying, like, the alimony, like stuff like that is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm going to be doing Sagittarius next. This is going to be for Sagittarius sun sign, Sagittarius moon sign, and Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius sun, moon, and rising sign. Spirit, please provide me some guidance. I don't understand why I keep dropping the damn cards. Well, the Justice card dropped again. And Sagittarius has been getting justice for the past 3 days. The past 3 readings. So, I don't know, but that's how you know it's a Sagittarius new moon. I must have Sag snuck up somewhere. Maybe somebody lied about my birth chart, because I'm telling you, nah, I don't. I'm really not like a party person or anything like that. I'm just a Pisces type of Jupiter energy. So I could be by myself with the lights off and some candles, partying by myself, but it might sound like there's somebody else in here. But I'm by myself because I'm my own homie. I'm just joking. I have friends too. I'm just saying. All right, Sag. What are those things? This zodiac sign of Sag shall receive. Okay, so we got the Hangman here. So Sagittarius could be sort of waiting around for a phase to end in their life so that they could start something new. They may also just kind of feel like, okay, I've done everything I needed to do at this time, and now it's kind of time for me to just wait to see how the universe and the external forces respond to the situation. All right, so you already did your part. Now you're just waiting. 2 of Pentacles. So it looks like you're waiting to either receive a decision about maybe a loan or something, or if you can, yes, you're either trying to receive a loan or something like that, or others are just trying to weigh their options in something, but they're not really making that decision because they're kind of just sitting around. So maybe they're waiting for someone else to make a decision. Let's see. All right, so the card received here is the Tower. So something abrupt kind of happened in a situation. It looks like you could have been trying to balance 2 things at once. I mean, this is on a small scale, this is like me shuffling the cards and they fell. You know what I'm saying? But on a large scale, this could be something a little bit more important. So it could be something like that's, like something that's more significant. So let's see, 8 of Wands here. So it looks like this has to do with some sort of communication, because 8 of Wands is like swift communication coming in at once. It could be quick. It could be a lot of information coming in. And, it could have been something that you have not been paying attention to for a while with this Hangman here. You could have just been hanging on the situation and not really putting any effort into it anymore. And it looks like you almost did this Hangman energy waiting around by switching to something else. And now that you switched to something else, to a different endeavor, a different situation, you kind of forgot about the old situation and it kind of got shook up there. And what I mean by that is just like something happened because you were not tending to something that you were tending to before. And now it's almost like could be anything. You may have not paid the light bill. You might have forgot about that, or you just forgot to do something. And now there's a disruption in your sense of stability. So you had a little too much freedom you were expressing at the time. And then with this 8 of Wands, it just looks like swift communications could be coming in and you're not seeing this, and it could just be upsetting people. Let's see what's going on. So I'll clarify that. So we're going to get some clarification for this reading for Sagittarius. What do they need to know? What do they need to know, Spirit? All right, so King of Cups. So it looks like, there was a point in time where you could have been very, very confident in your own emotional stance about something, and you didn't really put the effort into something, as I was saying before. You could also be dealing with someone who's very emotional or very sensitive, or just very, very confident and mature in the way that they express their emotions. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, individual. And it looks like they switched something up, and now there could just be a lot of communication coming towards them or coming towards you. And it looks like you kind of feel like you're completely out of control of this situation. You kind of just have to let it go. You're seeing the transition of something, the switch up of something, and it's like a shocker for you, but it's like not really that much that you can really do about the situation. So you're choosing just to kind of let that situation transition out. And it's Sagittarius season, so there's something else hopefully to be available for you. All right, so that was the fire signs. And now I'm going to be doing the earth signs. So this is going to be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, this is that new moon tarot forecast, new moon in Sag. So I'm starting with Taurus now. All right, let's see, Taurus. Taurus, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. Taurus, sun, moon, or rising sign. Spirit, what are those divine messages that the zodiac sign of Taurus needs to receive at this time? Okay, so the first card received here is the Seven of Pentacles. So for Taurus, it looks like there's something that you put a lot of effort into. You planted your seeds properly, you've been nurturing it, and you've been watching it harvest, watching it grow. But it seems to be either taking a bit too long, like longer than you expected, or perhaps you're kind of just annoyed at the actual harvest. Like you didn't expect it to be like this. You wanted it to be something more exciting. So let's see what's going on. All right, so we got the Three of Cups here. So it looks like you could have gotten so bored with the responsibilities that you've been having in your life that now is a great time for you to just go out more and socialize. And maybe that's what you've been doing now, or you've been thinking about it. If not, this is what's coming into your life within the next couple days. Like you're wanting to socialize more and connect. But it looks like you got the Five of Pentacles here. You feel kind of left out in the cold from your social groups for some particular reason. Yeah, you feel like you're not really connecting with others for some reason. Like you're being pushed out of your environment or your society or your social groups that you normally would connect with. I'm also seeing that some Tauruses are just more rebellious. So they tend to hang out with people that are rebellious, and whatever expectations that they may have had for these people is not really showing, and you're kind of maybe gaining some wisdom and knowledge from that situation. But let's see what else. All right, Nine of Swords. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like you could be kind of worried about this now, and you're staying up late at night and you're worried about the situation. Something happened. It just looks like you plan things. Okay, you put your effort and your hard work into it and everything, but then it looks like you kind of might have went a little bit off track. Maybe you were socializing a little too much. Others are just going to become more social because of disappointment from what they've been securing themselves in and not getting enough of a social life. and they feel kind of left out from their friends, their family, and the rest of society because they've been working so much. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And now, for some reason, they're like worried. I'm going to get a clarification for Taurus. All right, so the Hangman. So yeah, now you're worried, but it looks like you kind of let go of the work that you were doing. Like you're transitioning away from some sort of hard work that you were doing, and you started kind of partying again or something. Or maybe you aren't a party person, you just randomly started partying or trying to connect more with others. You're trying to be more social. And yeah, so I'm also seeing too, with this card, even though this happened in the past, this transitioning phase in which you kind of felt like you were out of control of the growth that you wanted to receive. It also looks like after this worried energy comes, it may just be a good idea to, kind of do the same thing, like kind of transition away from that worried feeling, because this looks like it's not going to really help. And you could just be over exaggerating right now as to how horrible things are. Keep that in mind when you start to feel really overwhelmed, that you're actually seeing things a lot worse than what it is. Because remember, Sagittarius is an energy that exaggerates things. Unfortunately, if you have Jupiter in like a more weaker sign, like Jupiter in Virgo, unfortunately, I have that, or Jupiter in Capricorn could be difficult too. What's going to happen is that Jupiter energy tends to over exaggerate some dark energy. Now, I'm not saying that Virgo is particularly dark, but it's just not the best sign to be connected with Jupiter. So it just makes the bad things become over exaggerated rather than the good things. Like most people, with regular Sagittarius energy, good things become over exaggerated. People be overly hype about the littlest things. Whereas when it's in signs like Virgo and Capricorn, they tend to over exaggerate bad things. So it can make them come off like a drama queen for no reason, or just overly anxious and overly worried about the littlest things. Speaking of Virgo, we're going to be doing that next. So this is Virgo sun sign, Virgo moon sign, Virgo rising sign. All right, Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign. Spirit, what are those divine messages that Virgo sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign shall receive? Spirit, what are those messages? Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign. Let's see. Okay. Page of Wands. So a lot of Virgos are trying to take on a new opportunity, a new adventure. A lot of Virgos could be working out right now or trying to like reshape their body. Could also be involved with a fire sign individual, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or this could be the energy that you're simply taking on at this time. All right. 8 of Cups. There's something that you walked away from in the past, and perhaps that's the reason why you decided to take on this new opportunity now. Something you were emotionally invested in. Okay, you walked away from that situation, or you're walking away from that situation as you're starting a new opportunity. 6 of Cups. It looks like you could be either involved in connecting with somebody who's younger or older than you, or it looks like you walked away from a old relationship in some way, like maybe a relationship that you've had since you were young, like a friendship or a romantic relationship. 10 of Cups. That's like a Sagittarius card right there. I'm sorry, I said 10 of Cups. I really meant the 9 of Cups. This is the 9 of Cups. But this is like a Sagittarius type of card. Like you see how the guy kind of has that look, and then there's like those cups all around him, and this is giving him a strong sense of confidence at this time. And he's kind of just sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? That's a Sagittarius kind of card right there. So it looks like a lot of Virgos, they are actually single. A lot of Virgos are single right now because what I'm seeing is that they walked away from a relationship, a past relationship. So a lot of Virgos were dating somebody from their childhood, like whether it be a high school relationship that they had or a relationship that they had for a long time, and they've known this person at least since they were very young in some way. And it looks like they walked away from that relationship and now they're feeling great because they're like single and they feel like they're like starting a new life. Other Virgos are trying to start a new opportunity after walking away from a situation. And whatever this new opportunity is, it gives them like these nostalgic vibes. So it gives them a sense of familiarity and comfortability. And it also gives them a sense of confidence. What I'm also seeing is that Virgos are working on gaining more confidence in their life by tuning more into their more childlike natures. And there's some sort of good news coming through, a good wish. Other Virgos need to chill out because they're overindulging in substances in order to get over some sort of situation that occurred in the past in which they had to walk away from, and they were very emotionally connected to the situation. So those are like the three scenarios that I pretty much see for this reading. I'm going to get a clarifier for this. Let's see. Spirit, can I get a clarification for this reading? Damn, they gave me 2 clarifiers, so I'm going to take them. So these are the 2 clarifiers. We got here the Chariot card and the Tower card. All right. So it looks like in the past, something got shook up. There was a disruption to your sense of security. And it's weird because shortly after, you kind of just decided to take a chance towards victory. So there's something that got shooken up and it kind of allowed you to say, okay, I'm going to move forward in the direction that I actually want to go in. So it's one of those shakeups that might have been like negative, and then suddenly you saw the positive in it very, very quickly. So it's like a blessing out of a curse type of situation. All right, so we're going to do Capricorn next. So this is going to be for Capricorn sun sign, Capricorn moon sign, and Capricorn rising sign. All right. First card received here is the 7 of Pentacles for Capricorn. So it looks like you're in a waiting period. All right. You put a lot of energy into a situation and now you're kind of just waiting to see that growth of all the effort you've been putting in. All right. So 9 of Cups here. So you're feeling very confident about a situation too. It looks like you could be very confident about something. You're very confident in the growth of this process. So whatever you've been sort of growing and you've been taking care of it very well, you've been very patient and you understand that it's going to take a while for this to grow, but you feel very confident in how it's going to be. I'm also seeing that you're very confident before your harvest shows its full potential. So it could be that everyone else kind of sees that it's not really a big deal yet, but you already see it for what it's going to be. And this is allowing you to feel a strong sense of confidence. Other Capricorns are just bored, so they could be overindulging at this time. Let's see. All right, so we got the King of Cups here. Could be dealing with a Pisces or a Scorpio or a Cancer. I'm saying Pisces mostly too because there's Jupiter energy here. That's Cups, but it could be any of the water signs. Also, you could just be very much in your own head and involved in your own emotional stance as to the things you want to do and your own imagination as to how you want things to be at this time. Page of Cups. You could have a relationship that's very, very much in its early phases. And this could be a returning relationship. It could have been something where you started dating the person in the past, but it kind of ended abruptly. They could be younger than you as well. They could be younger than you. Again, most likely this is a Pisces person, but it could be a Scorpio or a Cancer. But I say Pisces, I mean, you look at the dude in here, he has a fish in the cup, and the fish is connected to the Pisces energy. But other Capricorns are involved in creative endeavors because there's a lot of water here, and that's what they're trying to grow, creative endeavors. But it's just taking a little while because maybe you need more money in order to have it fully grow to its full potential. So you're kind of just holding on to it and patiently adding a little bit more and more to it as you keep getting money. A lot of Capricorns work a regular job, it looks like, as well, in order to keep up with this. But there is a strong sense of arrogance here with this Nine of Cups. And it looks like the arrogance is good for you at this time because it's helping you to maintain this work, maintain this project, maintain this harvest. If you didn't have this, it would be difficult for you to stick to it, is what I'm seeing. So it's good that you have that confidence right now. You could be attracting a new love situation with this Page of Cups here, or a new creative endeavor. So you could be adding something else to this project that's going to help it to expand even more. And you're going to be more happy with the results, it pretty much looks like, for Capricorn. So, and that makes sense. You know what? Because Jupiter is about to go into Cap, I think, soon. So that kind of makes sense, actually, for Capricorn to be feeling that way. Did I clarify? I didn't. Let me get a clarifier. All right, can I get a clarifier for this reading for Capricorn? All right, so Queen of Swords. So in the past, you could have been dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or in the past, you kind of took on this energy. So you could have been judging things very, very appropriately. And it allowed you to kind of plant your seeds in the right places because you're so judgmental. Like, you know, you probably kept a log and like was able to see, weigh the pros and cons of the situation. So that's what I'm seeing for Cap. So I'm going to be doing air signs next. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. I'm starting with Gemini first. All right, this is the new moon in Sagittarius tarot forecast. So this is Gemini. What are those divine messages that Gemini shall receive? Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Ace of Pentacles. So with this Ace of Pentacles here, there could be some new offer presented to you that's gonna be with commitment. So a new offer of commitment. Could be a financial advancement, could be a new home, could be a new job, anything that's going to give you some sort of material comfortability. Could be a raise. Tower card though. So with this offer comes a disruption, which makes sense. And you know, some people get mad. But let's see. Let's get more details as to what this may be related to. All right. So Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign individual. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or this is the energy that you're taking on. So you could be kind of planting your seeds within your own emotions. So not as logical, but more practical, if that makes sense. So 7 of Wands here. So with 7 of Wands, there could be a sense of defensiveness. So there could be like some sort of offer, some sort of structure, but it looks like it's something good. I mean, it looks like it's good, but I don't know exactly why there would be a disruption, except for the fact that there could be some sort of resentment or something like that that could be towards someone else in your life. There could be a water sign individual. Now, if you also have water in your chart, there could be a strong possibility that this could be your energy. Keep that in mind. But it looks like, there's you here who's working very hard. Like you're working really flipping hard, and you deserve this. You deserve this, advancement that you're receiving. But it just looks like for some reason other people could be kind of uncomfortable with it for some reason, or this money is going towards the wrong thing and it should have went towards something else. I'm going to get a clarifier to see what's going on. All right, let's see. Let's get a clarifier for this reading. All right, so this is the Emperor card. So it looks like in the past there was something that you were in control of. You felt like you were in control of a situation, or you were dealing with some sort of boss figure. It could have been an Aries, most likely with this Emperor card. But you felt like you were in control of a situation. You were able to give direction, or if you're on the other side, you're able to take direction from this person, this boss figure with the Emperor card. And now you could be receiving some sort of promotion, or this person is gaining a new structure in their life in some way. And this brings some sort of disruption to whatever was previously there. And now you could just be kind of indulging in your own emotions. You could be a little bit more emotional at this time, Geminis. But Geminis usually aren't emotional. Like they're pretty logical people. But at this time, you could just be a little bit more in your emotions, which is sometimes necessary so that you can like feel things and not only just think about things. But it looks like this helps you to kind of assert yourself towards a particular direction. So this is just the energy that you kind of need in order to proceed with movement, for things to actually like manifest and come about. If you've been kind of like stuck in your head and unsure of things that you wanted to do, it just may be like uncomfortable. Like it's not something you just kind of got up out of bed like, oh, all right, I guess I'll do this. Like you kind of got forced to do it, is what I'm saying. So also, some Geminis, it looks like you received a promotion or something like that, but it just comes with more like work responsibilities or something. All right. So I'm going to do Libra next. This is Libra sun sign, moon sign, or a rising sign. Libra sun, moon, or rising. Spirit, what are those divine messages that Libra sun sign, Libra moon sign, and Libra rising sign shall receive at this time? All right, 7 of Wands here. So it looks like Libras are definitely moving forward in a situation, and they could feel either defensive, or you just feel ready to kind of stand up for whatever it is that you've been wanting to do. Like you're finally ready to take action in those beliefs. All right, what else is going on for Libra? What else is going on? The World card. There's a lot of changes to the structural system. You could be implementing these changes, or at least you're part of implementing these changes. All right, so that's the King of Pentacles here. So it looks like you feel a sense of structure and stability in your life at this time. Or you could be dealing with an earth sign individual. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And this person pretty much is very stable. And maybe you are asserting yourself towards them. And you're having, all right, with this Five of Wands, you could be having like a conflict issue with this person. So it looks like you're kind of trying to implement something new in your life. So you could have a new approach to doing things. You could be involved in a new movement, perhaps, or something. But it looks like, you know, as you're trying to assert yourself in this particular direction, there's somebody around you, which I said they could be an earth sign individual, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and they're kind of getting in the way of your plans. They're getting in the way of your endeavors. And it's a conflict of interest. You could live with this person, or this person could be a boss figure. They could be someone who kind of takes a leadership role within your financial situation, especially. So it could be someone that you work with. Yeah, actually, it does look like somebody that you work with, most likely, because it's Pentacles, so it's dealing with something to do with money and resources. And for some reason, you know, it's just competition. So in other words, you could also just be involved in a particular profession that's very competitive. So there's a need to kind of find a new approach with this World card. It's about implementing new organization, new structures. So you need to kind of do something new in order to be more competitive in your career or your profession in some way, if that makes sense. If it's not your career or your profession, then it's something to do with your financial situation. So maybe if you've been, you know, putting your money in the same type of bank account or something like that, maybe, you know, put it in a different type of account if you want to save more money, like a CD or something, rather than a savings account, so that the what is that called? The rate is higher. I don't know shit about banking, but you get me. You know what I'm talking about. The rate that you get back, like I forgot what it's called, but I'm just getting a clarifier for Libra. Spirit, what are the other messages that the zodiac sign of Libra needs to receive at this time? Flipped out. Page of Pentacles. So in the past, you started a new job, you started a new program, you started a new school, you started a new class. Something new that you started. You put your little backpack on, you were ready to go, and it was new. It's like page 1. So that's where you're feeling heavy competition in your life right now, whatever new thing that you started. Other Libras, it could be a child, and maybe your approach to parenting isn't the best right now for this child, because this child is very unique, and you're gonna have to implement a different approach to your parenting style. All right, so Aquarius is next. Aquarius, sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. So pardon me for eating my cookie. You know, Aquarius is the sign of disruptions, by the way. So it was only right that I had a little disruption there during the Aquarius reading. All right, Spirit, what are the messages that the zodiac sign of Aquarius shall receive at this time for this Sagittarian new moon? It should be good for Aquarius, being that Sagittarius naturally sextiles the Aquarius energy. So Aquariuses are pretty out there too. They'll kind of jump into anything, but it just has to be something that's connected to their weird interest, you know. They don't care. Wheel of Fortune. See? I can win. Looks like Aquariuses are winning something, or at least whatever they've planned, whatever they've, started that they felt was going to be in their favor is about to come out. Like, it's about to manifest right now at this time. So you're about to see those results, and most likely those results are going to be karmically positive. Two of Wands or three? Yeah, it says Two of Wands here. So yeah, you definitely have an opportunity. The only issue is that it's like this opportunity comes with some other type of setback. So it's like one of those situations where it's like, okay, this is good, but now it kind of messes this up for me or something like that. Or there's just like two opportunities now that you have to choose from. So now that becomes a conflict. Tia, you want a cookie? Here you go. Here. Yo, see, that's why I don't even like to share. I dropped my cookie. It's all good. And Aquariuses almost have too much flipping luck. They have too many opportunities coming up for them, to the point that once they think they're going to go in one direction, boom, something else pops up. Somebody else chirps them. Yo, hello. Oh, yeah, you want to do this, this, and that? Oh, yeah, that sounds cool. Then once you get off the phone, they like think about it like, oh, shit, I just was about to do this thing over here. Now I got this opportunity. This is great, but it's actually not. I don't want to talk to nobody. People stop calling me and giving me opportunities. Like, you don't even know which direction you want to go in, and it's necessary for you to make that decision. What I'm also seeing is this new opportunity kind of helps you to realize what you want to do. Like, now you're going to kind of push back everything else, and you know that this is the one thing you really want to do instead, that you really want to focus on. All right. Four of Cups. So it looks like now you kind of don't want to be bothered with other people. You could just be kind of locked up in your own emotional stance at this time. And I'm also feeling like with this card too, that people from the past are kind of coming back to give you an opportunity now that they see kind of where you're at this time. And you know that, so you don't really want to be bothered with it. If it's not that, for some particular reason, you don't want to be bothered with these new opportunities that just popped up. But it looks like it's because you kind of already feel like you know what's going to happen in this situation. Like, you already know what type of people these are. All right, Spirit, what else does Aquarius need to receive at this time? What are the rest of those messages? All right, so King of Cups. So you could be dealing with a water sign individual. It looks like it's a Cancer with the Four of Cups here, as well as this King of Cups. It could also be a Pisces or a Scorpio, but there's a strong possibility that it's a Cancer individual. So, all right, I'm actually seeing that you actually are trying to present an opportunity, but it's like the person doesn't see it is the problem. They don't see what you're trying to offer them. Because this person, the Four of Cups has to do with people that have done certain things to you that wasn't the best. It didn't turn out the best. So now it's difficult for this person. Cancers is connected to the emotions and feelings, right? And they remember the bad things that happened. So it becomes difficult for them to take on new opportunities because they already kind of assume that's going to be the same bullshit. That's what I'm seeing with this King of Cups here and the Four of Cups, very connected to Cancer energy. I'm going to get a clarifier though, because it looks like it's something that is going to be worked out with this Wheel of Fortune. It's just that this person is very, very, very like resistant. All right, so we got the Queen of Pentacles here in the past. So you could be dealing with an earth sign individual, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Very stable person. And they could be either like, I'm seeing like maybe they could be a single mom, or they just like own a business or something like that. They don't have to be a male or a female. It could be either or. I mean, they don't have to be a female just because it's a queen. It could be a male or a female. And this could also be the energy you were taking on in the past. You were trying to start your own business, or you are an entrepreneur or a business person in some way. And you have this new opportunity. You trying to connect with somebody for some sort of opportunity. But again, it's like this is a person who has strong Cancer energy, most likely, or they're a water sign person, and they don't feel emotionally comfortable with this situation based upon things that have happened in the past. So it's difficult for them at this time. They're not very social with the Four of Cups. It just makes you not social. Like you don't feel like talking to people. So this could either be you Aquarius, or this is somebody that you're dealing with at this time. All right. So now we're on to the water signs, right? Because this the air. Yeah, we're on to the water signs now. So now we're on to Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. I'm going to be starting with Cancer first. Where's the dogs at? Oh, the dogs are downstairs. It's weird. Like those dogs are weird. They're human beings almost. But my brother spoils them because they were rescue dogs. So when we first got them, they were just so vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? And so he just treated them so nicely. It's so cute. Like the groomer people came here today, like they really came up in here in a car, and those dogs can't even go on a leash. Like whenever they're on a leash, they just start crying. It's just so they're downstairs in the bed, like they're just sleeping in the bed down there. They treat those dogs like cats, and they're like pit bulls. All right, I'm gonna be starting with Cancer. So this is the forecast, the tarot forecast for the new moon in Sagittarius. So Cancer, sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. All right, so we got the Page of Pentacles here. So a lot of Cancers are taking on something new, whether it be that they're starting a new program at school, or whether it be that they're starting a new job, like they're the new employee, or whatever it be. Others could be dealing with earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Six of Cups. All right, so it looks like someone is exchanging something with you, like a gift or something like that. I'm like seeing like a trade-off of something. Let me see what else. But others are just starting a new relationship, and it's like immediately this relationship becomes very stable despite the label applied to it. So what I'm saying is like you just start dating someone, and every Friday you guys go on a date around the same time. Like it's very scheduled, and it's very innocent, and it's very playful, the relationship, but it's in its very youthful stages. So yeah, others have dated this person in the past before, and that's the reason why everything's like so comfortable and scheduled. Like you guys are on the same sense of timing and all that. 10 of Cups. You feel very comfortable with this person. Like this is like your dream relationship. A lot of Cancers. Others, it's just something to do with a new opportunity that's going to provide you a sense of stability. In regards to family. So some cancers, if you were thinking about adopting a child, it looks like you thought about the child you finally want to adopt. And, you're having like the dream family, or at least you provided that dream family for this person that's been, in an orphanage for a while now or something like that. Like they've been in foster care for a while. And now, come on. The Hermit card came out here, but I really didn't feel like that was the card to be picked out. But this could definitely apply to some cancers. All right. The Hermit card has to do with kind of looking within. All right. And you may have a lot of knowledge to teach out to others because you've done this in the past, or there's just a need for you to do that right now. All right. So that was one of the scenarios I've seen for Cancer, is that, you're thinking about adopting, you finally figured out the child that you want to adopt, and now, they're getting along with the rest of the family and whatnot. And, this is like a dream home for you or for the child or both of y'all. So that's what I'm seeing. Others, there's like, a playmate for the child and stuff. Like the kids are playing, exchanging kids, sharing nicely. Like it could be how I just gave Tia a piece of cookie. Like, yo, what's up, the people's healer? That's the homie. So, what? The Fool card here. So it looks like you kind of dive into something, some sort of new opportunity, without getting all the details. So you felt a sense of confidence to just go after your dreams without knowing the full details. Cancers, be very careful. It's because this is the 10 of Cups. And I know most people feel like 10 of Cups is a very positive card. They say this card really represents contentment in your family and the people that you're connecting with. Like you feel very content with where you are. But the thing with the 10s is that after 10, there's no 11. Like there's no 11 of Cups. There's no 11 of Swords. There's no 11 of Wands. There's no 11 of Pentacles. So at the end of the day, the only thing you could go back to is the Fool, or like the Magician card or something like that. The Fool is card number 0. So it's like there's a ending to a situation, you know what I'm saying, that you felt comfortable with. Like life still goes on. So it's like, okay, cool. I feel the highest point of happiness, of contentment at this time. But it's like, okay, I'm still going to live my life for a bunch of other years. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? It's like, okay, we got to start over again. So you could have been bored with a situation. Something, from your youth is evolving at this time. Like something that you were doing for a long time. It's like now there's something new coming up, a new evolved form of it, and you're taking a flying leap of faith in the situation. It's a new opportunity for something. Yeah, it's a new opportunity for something. Some cancers, it's a relationship. Others, it's some sort of program, like a school program or something new that you can be practical in. Let me get a clarifier. All right. The Hierophant. So it looks like this situation is dealing with, in the past, there was a religion that you were very comfortable with. So maybe this is like a communion situation. I don't know why communion would be coming up, but yeah, there's some situation that you were comfortable with religious wise. There could have been a figure that you looked up to for philosophy purposes. And now it's like you're taking a flying leap of faith away from that situation. And again, for other cancers, you're taking on something new as it relates to the type of lifestyle and the philosophy of your lifestyle that you're going to be living at this time. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, snap, you bought your first tarot deck? Is it the traditional Rider-Waite deck or is it a different deck? That's dope, yo. Congrats. See, like, there's a lot of learning something new and expanding the mind and stuff. And astrology and tarot go really nice together, to be completely honest. Every card is connected to an astrological aspect or planet or something like that, or a sign, you know? So it's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to be doing Scorpio next. Scorpio sun sign, Scorpio moon sign, or rising sign. Spirit, what are those divine messages that the zodiac sign of Scorpio shall receive at this time? Scorpio. All right, so the 10 of Swords here. So in the recent past, there could have been a situation where you could have been involved with the wrong social groups, or just a lot of negative energy could have been thrown at you, but you're releasing yourself from that energy now. All right, this card wants to come out, and they're 2 of Swords. So there's a connection with the inner self, more so, more confidence in the inner self. At least that needs to be implemented, and less getting influenced by the external environment. So a lot of Scorpios have been kind of stuck in this phase of limbo because they're too influenced by their external environment, and it's caused them to kind of make the wrong decisions in the past. The Empress card. Now, after this situation has passed, there is a phase of now planting these new seeds that could be beneficial for you. You could also be dealing with a Libra, perhaps, or a Taurus individual. Page of Swords. So you could be more in tune with confidence in your thought processing and your communication, and you could be more like using like new words and new ways of thinking and studying right now. You even could be taking up a new field of study, like you want to learn something new, so you're planting seeds in that area. Also, you could be dealing with a air sign individual, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Somebody could be spying on an Empress, or the Empress has like a spy, or the Empress has a child or something. Like you found out the Empress was pregnant or something like that. But a lot of times the Empress card just represents like spiritual pregnancies, like starting new things on a creative level. Oh, this card kind of came out in a weird way. This is the clarifier, 6 of Pentacles here. So in the past, there was some sort of payout that was received, or there was some sort of charity that was going on, or some sort of work and services that received a pretty equal payout. On the other hand, you could have been helping other people. You could have been very charitable to other people, is what I'm seeing. And you could feel like neglected or screwed over despite, you helping these other people, or you could feel that there's a sense of imbalance or unfairness in some way. Like, for example, like you don't understand why somebody's getting paid more money than you or something like that. And it looks like it's because somebody kind of lied on your name. Like they kind of said something about you or something like that. Are you interrupting my tarot reading? What's up? Oh no, they're in mom's room. Are you gonna get them? My tarot reading for. No, I'm playing. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like you could have somebody like start in rumors, and it kind of ruined your way you were being perceived, and that's the reason why there was like an imbalance in what you were receiving at this time. And now there's a need for you to see that truth, to have that clarity by making a decision in your life. You also could have been involved in too many ideas because you're such like an intellectual person. A lot of Scorpios are very intellectual and they kind of think too much, and this causes them to kind of be indecisive in their life. But now, like as they now have this like clear head, they're able to plant the proper seeds, and it looks like you're starting something new, and you have like this new clear forward thinking is what I'm seeing. All right, so that's for Scorpio. All right, so I'm going to be doing Pisces last. Pisces. So this is Pisces sun sign, Pisces moon sign, and Pisces rising. All right, so this is Pisces sun, moon, and rising. Spirit, what are those divine messages the zodiac sign of Pisces shall receive at this time? All right, got him. Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords here, there could be some sort of swift communication coming in. Pisces could have some more confidence in their ability to be more debating, so they could be involved in debates, or at least just feeling a sense of comfortability in expressing their own beliefs, their ideas, being more assertive in the area of communication. Two of Cups here. It looks like, if you've been involved in relationships where you've been feeling like you can't really voice your opinion, perhaps, or if you've been involved in relationships where the other person may be feeling that way and you didn't know this, you're going to know now because they're going to be more assertive in the way that they're communicating. Others have an opportunity to be honest in some things that they were holding back regarding relationships or partnerships that they were involved in. Okay, so, oh man, the cards are upside down. Ace of Swords. Yeah, a lot of Pisces, I don't know what's going on, but they're very assertive in their communication. I mean, my brother is a Pisces, and he just asserted his communication. Like he just came in here like looking for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Where the kids at? But it wasn't assertive. You see, so it's still gonna come up kind of soft, perhaps, because Pisces are very like, it's a very gentle sign for the most part, unless you have like Aries placements. Like me, I got Mercury in Aries, even though I'm a Pisces, so my communication may not be so gentle. It just depends. But what I'm just trying to say is that that's like a small example to see how these things manifest in real life situations, because he probably called me and I didn't answer or something. Anyways, it doesn't matter, but I'm just trying to give like examples for like, people to see how these things play out in real life. But with this Ace of Swords here, this is extra clarity in the area of communicating. Okay, but it looks like, to be honest, some Pisces, if you are in a relationship, be careful unless you want this to happen. you could have a little bit of a split up due to your honesty in communicating regarding these relationships here. So it's like you're so honest in a situation, and it may be assertive, and it may kind of take the other person off guard, and this causes a split, you know what I'm saying, in the relationship as a result. And this could be vice versa as well. Other Pisces are going towards a relationship. So if you're single and let's say that you're interested in someone, it looks like you're gaining the confidence to assertively address your emotions and feelings about that person. And then this is going to maybe help you to almost like start a new relationship, maybe. But it looks like the start of this relationship is very cognitive, or at least it's very social, where you guys may only just be talking on the phone and texting a lot and emailing each other rather than actually seeing each other in person. On the other hand, this could be the other way around, where somebody gets more confidence to approach you in a situation and communicate how they feel about you. And again, this may cause the start of a connection, a bond, a relationship, whether it be romantic or friendship or business partnership. The Hermit card. Yeah, a lot of Pisces, if you were in a relationship, it looks like you had to pretty much, assert yourself and how you felt. And this caused the relationship to kind of break up. And then now you're kind of dwelling on the situation in your own privacy of your home. So you're kind of just chilling by yourself and trying to gain more insight and wisdom as it relates to your situation. Whereas other Pisces kind of have a lot of intuition, they have a lot of wisdom, they have a lot of insight in certain avenues of life. And therefore, they're now asserting themselves towards helping other people who may have these similar problems. And that's where this Knight of Swords is coming in, where they're having swift communications, whether it be by others or by them or themselves, asserting these communications. And this is starting like a new like counseling type of thing, or whether it be, some Pisces may be doing, counseling, like they could be going to relationship counseling or whatever it be. But others, it looks like they're trying to help others, like in certain situations, because they have that hermit energy to do so. All right, so I'm going to get a clarification. Goodness gracious. So, clarifier for this reading. Okay, so the Strength card flipped up here. So in the past, Pisces gained a lot of inner strength. So they've learned how to shh. They learned how to kind of just like hush and just kind of deal with situations. They learned how to bite their tongue in a lot of situations that maybe they had every right to actually kind of attack back, but they didn't. A lot of Pisces did not. They stood silent and kind of gained that inner strength. And now it's like the universe is granting them the opportunity to finally speak out, is what I'm seeing for Pisces. So, boom. That's what I'm seeing pretty much for this forecast. I believe I did all the signs. I started with fire, then I did earth, then I did air, and then I did water. Yeah. So, yeah. If anybody has any questions, I will stay on for a little bit longer to answer anyone's questions. But other than that, that's pretty much what's going on right now in terms of the forecast. Like I was saying, the energy's in Sagittarius, so everybody has the opportunity to spread their wings a little bit more and, seek these new opportunities, go after these new endeavors. It's a great time for that now. Positive affirmations, I would say, is probably good right now. alone, I don't think positive affirmations are that beneficial, but when it's actually done with the assertion of our actions, it's extremely helpful. So, like saying certain things and then actually acting upon those things within a timely manner. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like reinforcing the thought, and that kind of helps. But with the energy being in Sagittarius, it's more easy to reinforce the feeling of positivity or the thoughts of positivity. So it's a great time for that. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be Thanksgiving. Oh wait, is it 12 yet? Nah. So Thanksgiving, yeah, is tomorrow. I think. Yeah, Thanksgiving's tomorrow. So yeah, it should be cool and everything. No problem, sis. I appreciate you too. Um, so yeah, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Be careful on Black Friday. Don't get trampled on. It's not necessary just for some goddamn electronics. Don't die over some electronics. Don't do it. It's crazy, yo. I love watching the YouTube videos where they have like the little compilations of people just doing some stupid stuff on Black Friday. Some stupid stuff. Like I don't get how you can see somebody on the floor and then just start proceeding to stomping on them just because like you saw other people doing it, so you just think it's all right. It's like, nah, yo, that's a human being you stepping on for a goddamn PlayStation 12. I don't know what PlayStation they up to. They're probably up to PlayStation 4 or something like that. It's crazy. It's like, is it that serious? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, you don't need another TV. Like, I better not see my brother up on a Black Friday. He has a TV in every flipping room, and he don't even be in half of those rooms. And he'll be the type of person to be on the damn Black Friday line. Oh yeah, there's this new flat screen TV. You know, it's curved too. Like it's curves and it got smart TV. Blah blah blah. Blah. It's like you don't need any more TVs. Like it's crazy. Just watch TV on your phone or something like that. But you know, if there's like a new phone or something like that, I feel like that's like a good thing to maybe invest in. I always like getting clothes on Cyber Monday or something like that because I like online shopping. But you know, I got a Jupiter transit right now, and I'm just I'm done. Good night, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Blessings, light, and love to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.